Now, some good news, actually. You know, we talk often on this program about the lack of cash washing around in society these days, and that it's not that long until you won't be able to get your hands on cash. They keep shutting down bank branches, they keep closing ATMs. We had a story we talked about last night in the newspapers section about Armaguard, which is the only remaining company that moves cash around this country, being on the verge of insolvency, basically because there is so little cash being spent. So there is a social media campaign now called Draw Out Some Cash Day. It's set for next Tuesday. People are being encouraged to go to an ATM or to a bank if you can find a bank branch that will actually allow you to take cash out in there. There are bank branches that don't allow you to withdraw cash anymore. Bizarre, isn't it? But that is the case. But they're encouraging people to take out at least $20 and go and spend it in a local business. And may I say, on behalf of all of us, here, how many local businesses have you been into that have a sign that says, "We prefer cash"? And it's no surprise they prefer cash, because every time you tap your card or put your card in the machine, that local business is charged a surcharge. We had another story earlier in the week we talked about from the Newcastle Herald, where cafes were talking about the fact that they're actually paying as much as a week's worth of wages on these card surcharges alone. The best thing you can do for a local small business to support them is to pay them in cash. What a great idea. Now, of course, it's a small gesture, but it's a start. It's encouraging people to form a habit. Now, it can't just be next Tuesday. It's got to be the day after that and the day after that and the day after that. But just getting people into that habit of carrying some cash in your wallet. And if you walk into your local cafe to buy your coffee in the morning or a slice of orange cake or whatever it might be, hand over a $10 note. And for that business, if everyone did that over the course of a week, they'd save thousands of dollars. You've done something good for someone, and it keeps cash moving through
And this is what we need to see more of. Everyday people being like, we're taking this to the government. You guys aren't doing anything about this. In fact, you're actively trying to phase it out right under our noses. Well, we're just going to get a citizens' movement going. I love this social media post. They say 2nd of April, stand your ground day is draw out some cash day. Everyone who can, go to your bank's ATM, draw out some cash, even if it's just $20. If everyone did this, it would draw thousands of dollars out into the community, and banks will be running around to refill ATMs. We'll let them know how we feel. Remember, 2nd of April. We want this to go nationwide. Tell your friends, never let cash vanish, because that is indeed what will happen if we don't take matters into our own hands. And remember, it's a very handy way to get around the surcharge. Check out this article by the ABC. I don't even think it's a week old. Aussies spend almost $1 billion every year when you tap and go. That is costing you some extra cents. And my goodness, doesn't it add up? And this article highlighting this pro-cash activists movement comes just one day after the Commonwealth bank boss, I should say, says, you know what, I suggest that we limit cash payments. Anything above $500, no. Of course, he says that he's doing this to help curb the shadow economy. How many times do we hear this? Oh, we're doing it to keep you safe. That's why we've got to censor things online. That's why we've got to crack down on how much cash, your own cash, you can spend on cryptocurrency. All the major banks have introduced limits and caps there. Now they're trying to do the same thing. Well, they're talking about doing it. Again, all for your safety. Let's put a cap on cash. No cash payments over $500. Of course, you can't imagine any actual criminals being like, oh, well, Commonwealth Bank's made this move, so we can't do this anymore, fellas. It's just going to have to be 500. I mean, please, half the time that you say we're only targeting the bad guys, they're the very same people who are never going to abide by the rules.
course.
They already aren't, hence they're crime lords.
I tell you what, if they're going to ban cash transactions of $500, and the previous federal government actually tried to ban cash transactions of more than $10,000, right? Which
Right.
is, you know, buying a car or something. But if they're going to ban cash transactions of $500, I'm going to be in a fair bit of trouble when I'm in the betting ring at Warrnambool in a month's time. If I've got a horse that I want to drop a good bet on, what am I going to have to hand over my
All
credit
that
card?
criminal activity,
Come
Caleb
on.
Bond.